I'm Dr. Karla Steingraber, and I practice in Northbrook, Illinois. Because of some highly concentrated training experiences, I've come to specialize in working with very driven individuals, professionals, as well as the LGBT community, developmental disabilities, foster adopt families, and brain injuries. And I work very well with individuals who have some very difficult behaviors to manage. I came to specialize in these areas in part because of my interest in understanding the full spectrum of the human experience, but also because I do very well working with people who have a hard time managing strong emotions and reactions. While I also work with individuals who require a more supportive environment, I work very well with those who are looking to attain some insight into the way they're moving through life. Have you ever wondered why you keep running up against the same hurdles? Or have you ever wondered why you keep getting into similar relationships that just aren't successful? Or that you keep running into similar hurdles that prevent you from attaining that next level of success? I'm there to help you connect those dots so that the next time you run into those situations, you have the ability to make a different choice and work through it in a more effective way. I also am a person that successfully works with rather challenging conditions and situations. I've had several clients who have been kicked out of therapy, so to say, and yet they're able to find success with me. I am a very thoughtful, introspective individual. And as a therapist, I work with you actively for you to gain perspective and a different vantage point over the things that you do in your life. Finding the right therapist for oneself requires some investigation. There are a lot of very trained individuals, very expert individuals, but ultimately the best predictor of success with a therapist is if it's a good fit. So it does require you to investigate the person, ask some questions, probably meet with the person and find out how you feel with this person in the room with you. Some of these traits should be really self-explanatory. It requires that a person is ethical, trained, that they know the area that they're practicing in. It requires open-mindedness because people bring all kinds of issues to us, and some are less pretty than others. Similarly, it's very important that a person continues to pursue education in their field through continuing education to really stay up to date with what's happening in the field. The more connected a psychologist is with fellow psychologists or the mental health community, the more likely they are to be a very effective psychologist. The ideal client is a person who feels like I'm a really good fit for them ultimately. Someone who is motivated, driven, who's looking for a custom-tailored approach, someone who's intelligent and really is looking to understand themselves well. That's the kind of person that will excel in the environment with me. One has to be really strong and rather fearless to delve into the depths of our psyche. There are so many difficult things happening in our minds that we're often not aware of that are important to bring to light. Being someone who's willing to work through all of that with me, as well as tolerate some difficult emotions in the therapy room, that's the person who's likely to be most successful with me. I also maintain strict boundaries, and this is most relevant for people who have difficulty maintaining the code of conduct that we typically have with our peers or our colleagues, where they tend to overstep bounds with other people. And that's something that I work very hard to maintain, to help whoever comes into my office find that inner structure that will help them be more successful with other relationships.